Here now is Matt Austin and Ginger Gadsden with Florida's Fourth Estate. Sponsored by Light Orlando, delivering hope together.
Wearing Christmas Jammies.
It started with their Christmas Jammies video going viral.
Oh, yeah!
But it didn't stop there.
Next month, he's stepping off the anchor desk. It's the biggest decision of his life. He's gonna quit his job and come work with his wife.
We'll be making videos just like these for politicians and companies.
The whole online 10 years after that original Christmas Jammies video.
So they started out with a viral video, which tons of people do, but then they've turned it into really an amazing business, something that is like the American dream. You start out working for some giant corporation and you end up starting your own thing and becoming more successful than you ever could have. And
what's more American than that?
What is more? God bless America. We have Kim and Penn Holderness, stars of Christmas Jammies all those years ago. Guys, welcome to the podcast. This is so exciting to have you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Ginger, we've been talking about this one.
Oh, for a very long time, because if people don't know, you guys, you're Florida guys. So tell us a little bit about your start, especially Kim, you worked in this very newsroom.
Yeah, Penn, don't talk about where you worked in Orlando.
No.
Okay, no, I'm saying ladies first.
Penn,
you get back over there right now.
Yes, one of my favorite ever TV jobs. I used to be a news reporter, and the dance you do as a news reporter is you kind of station hop, as you're working your way through the markets. And one of my very favorite stations I ever worked for was WKMG in Orlando. I loved the New York, mostly nights, so it was kind of like the 3 to midnight shift, and when the bosses leave at 5, 6 o'clock, it gets a lot of fun. So what happens in the newsroom stays in the newsroom. And then I loved Orlando for many reasons. My mom still lives in Central Florida, so we visit often. But I met this guy. He worked at another station.
Which will remain nameless.
Yes.
Really? We can say
why
it.
we
You guys
started.
Say it. Go ahead. You can say it.
We're gonna beep it.
I will say, so the weird schedule allowed, like we went, I think the first time we met was at a kind of a mall Millennia opening, but then we met again after work because, we were young and we used to go out after we got off at midnight. And so we went out to a restaurant and I met him and I thought his name was Ben. Anyway, I really love Orlando for a lot of reasons.
So you guys meet and you both have successful careers in the news. You're doing well. But at some point, you make this video about your family. Like, am I getting the timeline correct? Did Christmas Jammies come while you still had your jobs and you were working for other people? Like, tell me how that happened.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you the lowdown on it. We were doing freelance work while I was the evening news anchor at the NBC station in Raleigh. Kim had already exited her very successful broadcast career that took her through Inside Edition, KMG, like network, stuff, and just she was done with it. She did some freelance work as doing car videos, but also she and her friend Sharon had started this basically video content company where they were making videos for other people. And they sort of hired me as an editor and creative director for a lot of those videos. And we got to the point where I didn't see my kids. I was working, you guys know the evening shifts maybe.
It's brutal.
And well, my daughter was just starting to go to school that wasn't a preschool. So I really didn't see her at all.
Yeah.
I was a zombie when I saw her.
And so he basically would edit these videos from, 9 to 3 and then go to work from 3 to midnight. And finally we said, I think that we have enough work. He was miserable enough. Mm-hmm. We could, add him and we could grow this video production company and we should announce it. We should do a video and sort of announce it that we're starting this company.
But the biggest thing is what happens next month. He's stepping off the anchor desk. It's the biggest decision of his life. He's gonna quit his job and come work with his wife.
And it was just like the silly thing we hoped would be shared. Like I kind of hope my mom would share it on Facebook, would see it and want to hire us to make videos for them. So that's what I kind of thought it would be.
Yeah. And
Be careful what you wish for, right?
Yeah.
I know.
So that was intentional. Like, I guess I have kind of envisioned it over the years. Oh, they got this viral video And that they were, and I assumed at that point you're like, oh, well, maybe we could do this. So you intentionally put that video out to really springboard you, and it freaking worked. Like, what are the odds of that?
It doesn't, we got so lucky, the timing, the everything. We had no idea what we were doing. We got, I think that video in a week got 17 million views, and we got
Oh my
10,000
God.
emails from people. Not everybody wanted to hire us. Some of it were just wanting
Perverts.
But I would say of that 10,000 emails, there's probably 500. They're like, yeah, make a video for us. So we weren't trying to be like influencers. We didn't even know what that was, that was a job. We were 100% trying to create videos for other people. We were trying to be behind the camera and design viral videos for other people.
Was that had you done some videos before? Because a lot of people will think, oh, right out of the gate, they had this mega hit. Or did you have some that just didn't go like this one, but this one?
For a TV station, you can't really double up that way.
But we did a video the year before.
Yeah, we did like a Christmas video the year before that quite a few people seemed to enjoy. But we had done. I think the things that we had done before really was the work we had done for other companies, trying to be creative and learning how to edit and shoot, and then just really being in a newsroom where we knew how to create content in a way that a lot of other people who at that time were joining onto the YouTube and Facebook influencer sphere didn't know, like how to set up a camera, how to edit, how to do a lot of other things. I was an evening news anchor who insisted on shooting my own stuff. It was just a weird tick that I had. Yeah. Well, I mean, you say, oh gosh, but I preferred it. I really preferred it. I know it was so funny. I got to a point where, and you guys can maybe speak to this, where you get to a point in your career where you're like, well, I don't have to hold a camera now. Woo, I've made it. And I got to that point, and I missed it. And so I went back and continued shooting and editing while I was anchoring. And I loved it.
Wow.
And it really, really helped when we started working on our next job.
It's not just editing, and it's not just good writing that you guys have, but you're singing. Like, what is with what is with that? And Kim is such a good character in all your videos. I don't know if
Just me.
No, you are. So it's our kind of fine arts background. I don't want to say I was a trained musician, but I was a musician for most of my life. And Kim was a trained dancer. So,
A lot of hopping and locking.
twerking.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
a good twerker.
And tremendous camera presence. We sort of discovered a little bit. I mean, we discovered everything after years of just throwing spaghetti on the wall, that when she plays these characters, that she is incredibly engaging and really, really funny. I think like the time that we really figured it out was during COVID, when she like created this character called Rona, which was just, it was just like a really annoying party guest that wouldn't leave. And she was a caricature of the coronavirus. And our team just looked at each other and were like, holy crap, Kim is hysterical. So sometimes unwilling, and like she doesn't like me saying this, but you're right, she's very, very talented. It took us a while to realize it, but she's great.
Stay with us as we talk about what the couple has up their sleeves next and how they feel now about putting their kids online when they were still so young. The couple behind the viral Christmas Jammies video, what they've been up to, what's next, and how New 6 helped shape them.
I would say I learned a lot from our news director, WKMG, when I was there. His name was Skip Fillet. He would always, you have to walk in, or when I was there for the afternoon pitch meeting, and we had to walk in with like 3 ideas.
And didn't you say that if you didn't have it?
Yeah, and if he's like, if you didn't have an idea, you need to take another way to work. Like, you need to like look around life and like look to see, So I think that the way of kind of generating ideas was very, it's ingrained in us in the news business. But also, he would always ask, like, if I pitch something, he's like, what's in it for me? Like, what he would always kind of answer back, like, why would a viewer care about this story you just pitched? And so I think a lot of times people make content and it shows how funny they are, and it shows how great their life is. But as a viewer watching it, like, what's in that for me? That you're funny? No, I would prefer like make me laugh, show me like something I can relate to, make me feel something. And that's something that Skip just, so we'll have, we still do. We have like a Monday morning pitch meeting for ideas. And there's a lot of great ideas, but sometimes we feel anything and we, scrap it.
The thing that makes, I think, me, when I watch your videos, feel things is that I just relate to what you guys are talking about, whether it's husband and wife, whether it's your beautiful kids that you have that have been in many of your videos. But I was thinking as we were preparing for this interview with you guys, like my kids, I've got a young one and I've got 2 older ones. The older ones now want nothing to do with my social media or my videos. And in fact, they are incredibly embarrassed that I am on TikTok or anywhere else. So I was curious, watching you guys, like your kids were awesome in the videos and it added a lot of charm. How do they feel now that like hours of their life have been broadcast and have been seen by billions of people?
I mean, it's a good question. It's a good question because they started when they were kids and we didn't really give them a choice, right? Like they were just there. So.
Well, like they're like, yeah, we want to do this. This looks fun, but like, could they really consent at age 5?
Right. I guess that's what I mean. Yeah. And so we acknowledge that, and we've had conversations with our kids about all of it. I think for the most part, they've been pretty cool about it. We've never told them they had to be on camera, and for that reason, for the last several years, they haven't been on it as much.
Mostly because right now, because my daughter, they're busy. My daughter's 16 and my son's 13, and they're both student athletes. And they're both really. Son I'll pick him up at 5 today. My daughter will be home at like 8. So they're really busy. I will say they both, they are coin operated, we like to say. So we've always paid them. So
I was gonna ask if they were compensated.
Yeah, so if they have,
they have a Coogan account.
Yeah, they have a trust account. They have a bank account. Starting with Christmas Jammies, because we earned money on that. They got a percentage of that. At this point, our kids are 16 and 13. I don't know if they're going to go into this line of work, but they're both very interested in the process. So that's where we're at. Like our kids realize that maybe this isn't what they do for a living, but my daughter's a wonderful artist, and she realizes now that artists with platforms sell things. So it's kind of, it's fascinating, kind of their take on everything.
You're a married couple. Matt and I, we say we're work spouses, right? But we go our separate ways at night. Thank God we go to different homes. You guys go to the same home. You work together, you create together. I mean, sometimes I want to choke him, and I'm sure he feels the same way about me, but then we get to go home to different people. So you guys,
she wants to choke me too.
Penn, your eyes are really scaring me, Penn.
Because Penn co-anchor his work wife, like it's still so funny, their relationship, they're still very close. And it's still Melanie. It's still the same. Like they get together and the way they
start yelling at each other.
They start, and it's hysterical. I love it.
Wait, you mean this will never end, Penn?
Ever.
And you don't want it.
Awesome.
It's a deep love.
You want somebody who gets you, right?
Yeah.
Like that's And I think I know where you're going with this because it's a lot, right? Like we have work bicker, we have life bicker. And then we had COVID work-life bicker, which was just a real bowl of soup in your pants right there.
Not pants soup.
Pants soup.
To the point that we wrote a book about it because we got counseling about it, and it was incredibly helpful for our work and for our marriage and for COVID and for all of that because, sometimes the way that you talk to your work wife is not with the respect that they deserve. And
Matt,
sometimes
put your face up here while he's saying this.
Go ahead.
Matt, okay, there he goes. But it applies also to your marriage. And there's a way to talk to people and to receive their feedback and to make sure that you are their ally, and that they are heard, that applies across every platform. And we learned how to do that as well as we can. We still get.
I would say but there is. We have different, I think things that help are we have different jobs. So he works up here and he's doing a lot of composing and editing. I work downstairs. I have my own office downstairs and I shut the doors. So there are days where we actually don't see each other as much.
So your book is called Everybody Fights, Why Not Get Good at It, right?
Why not get better at but yes.
But the one that I love is the "you complete me" phrase. Ever since Jerry Maguire, it has ruined relationships because I'm like, please show up with 100%. And that's how you guys are. Because where's the other percentage of that person, right? You're not completing that person. You should, as a couple, equal 200.
Yeah.
Yes, you are not meant to be the savior and hero of your partner. You are meant to be an audience to their story.
Just meeting you guys in this setting, I like you more, and I liked you just from your videos. And I'm curious, where does it go from here?
We were talking about like what to do over the next like month or two with the holidays, and every idea I pitched, he would just hit play because we've already done it. I was like, babe, I think we've reached the end of the internet. We're done.
We've arrived.
You finished Netflix. I mean, can you do another reality show? You guys won the Amazing Race. How crazy is that?
I think we're good on that. I'm too old to reach out. They're like, do you guys want to do Survivor?
Yeah.
I told him if I like maybe like if you needed, you know, really middle-aged comedy, but I would
the Golden Survivor.
The Golden Survivor.
like something like that.
And if you but also like if I needed to like, you know, get trimmed quick for an event, maybe
That's
something
true.
like that.
Fitness regime for sure.
But no. I don't so no, we're joking, and then we came up with like 12 ideas. Penn just literally on Sunday morning hit send on the latest manuscript for a new book, and that'll be published next year. ADHD is awesome, and it's all about ADHD, and it's wonderful, and it's like written by and for an ADHD brain.
Wow.
So that's gonna be huge. We have right now we have a game at Target, and we have another game, a card game that's going to be coming out, I hope in time for like Black Friday. And so that'll be on Amazon.
We had the idea for the game like 3 months ago, and now it's
going to be a game. I was like, wow, shouldn't it take longer?
That's fast.
Things go fast.
Not if it's good. It doesn't take long.
Yeah, we've designed some pickleball paddles. Like we have a lot of different things we're working on.
Oh, don't start talking about pickleball around Ginger. She's such a pickleball hater.
No, for me.
Go ahead. I'm speaking for you.
Okay, I've not played pickleball. I'm not good at, let's say, life. So
let's say sports. You're good at life. You're not good at sports.
I get hurt at everything. But people who play tennis, they're kind of, and I don't even play tennis, but they're sort of snobbery. They show
Big
snobbery
time.
about pickleball. And Matt is a new convert. He took it up just yesterday. And so now he's all on board the pickleball train.
The reason we have pickleball paddles and make so many videos about it is because it just makes us feel a little cringy and dorky and nerdy and happy at the same time. And isn't that really what our videos are all about?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And so it just kind of lined up with us. And then we just accidentally, like it was a piece of content. And now we're both on league teams in our city.
You can't tell it by me sitting down. I'm 6 feet tall and my arms are, I have a 6 foot.
Oh my God, you're going to be amazing.
No, she's not. She's not. She's really not.
No, I think that's kind of the prototypical pickleball player. Here's what's going to happen. You guys are going to publish this podcast hoping to get like comments and feedback about the interview that you had with us. You're going to get 9,000 people asking you to play pickleball, and I just say jump right in.
And especially if you're 6 feet tall, like at the
Yeah, but you have to have some hand-eye coordination.
You hush right now, Matt. Let's end it right there.
The Holderness family, you guys.
We love
awesome.
you.
Yes, we're big fans of yours. If I'm ever in North Carolina, I want some of that pickleball smoke. Okay.
That would be awesome.
Bring it on.
We would love to host you guys.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
And thank you for watching Florida's Fourth Estate. You can download it from wherever you listen to podcasts or watch anytime on News 6 Plus.